Canadians getting the change they voted for. I'm Brian Lilley with therebel.Media. Get ready for bigger deficits than promised. That's right. During the election campaign, the Liberals promised they would run deficits of about $10 billion a year for the first 3 years of their mandate, and then they'd get around to balancing the books. Stephen Harper, then the Prime Minister, the Conservative Party leader, he warned us. He even mocked the Liberals about this. He said, don't trust them. You let them start off with their little deficits and it's only going to grow.
He'll run he says, a modest deficit, a tiny deficit, so small you can hardly see the deficit. That's what he says. A modest deficit, and only for 3 years. Only for 3 deficits, three modest little deficits.
Of course, Harper was ridiculed. He was attacked by the opposition and the media, but hey, I repeat myself. But now, Bill Morneau, the Finance Minister, is admitting he might not quite make that $10 billion ceiling. He might have to go higher. He was questioned about this by Canadian press the other day, and he wouldn't commit to staying under the $10 billion ceiling. Instead, he said, well, we're going to invest in infrastructure, focus on bringing down the debt to GDP ratio. Don't know how you do that while increasing the deficit. And he said they're still going to look for that fourth year balanced budget. But as for the $10 billion, he wouldn't commit. Instead, he said, we're going to continue to talk about those 3 aspects of our promises because we do want to focus on growth. Those were the 3 things we talked about in the campaign. Those are the 3 things we're going to continue to talk about. When a Liberal says he's focused on growth, he really means he's focused on spending. So that small deficit Stephen Harper worried about, he's right. It's going to grow and grow. It won't be $10 billion. It'll be much higher because the Liberals see this as an opportunity. Never let a crisis go to waste. They're going to claim that the books are worse than expected, the economy's worse than expected, and they're going to use it to ramp up spending, just like Kathleen Wynne has done in Ontario. I've been saying for a long time, if you liked what Kathleen Wynne has done for Ontario, you're going to love the Trudeau gang. They're singing from the same hymn book once again. That means we're all going to be paying for their plans for a lot longer than expected.